and she's a ghost. I believe some of you here might have heard of Sadako Yamamura or Samara Morgan, the ghost that climbs out of a well, then out of your TV to have a very nice conversation with you. Well, that's my friend, but to make things easier, let's just call her Bob. Well, Bob became a ghost through betrayal. She saw someone in trouble, helped them and saved their lives, and yet was pushed down a deep well and had the lid sealed. Trapped, alone, and abandoned, the isolation twisted her into the murderous ghost everyone knows. But as time passed, she saw through the TV screens that there are more people smiling. Humanity, with all its joys and sorrows, played out on screens that grew bigger and clearer, until she no longer felt trapped in her well, but connected to them all. And slowly, Bob was cured of her resentment. In my memory, therefore, Bob wasn't harmful. I grew up watching her be a cute, living ghost living inside the TV at my grandparents' house. She wasn't crawling out to kill anyone. She was curled up behind the warm static behind the screen, curiously watching. I came to understand that she wasn't just in that TV. Bob inhabited a vast, impossible mansion somewhere just beyond perception. Countless rooms stretched out there, each holding a screen like a window, and my grandparents' living room was just one view among billions. And through these portals, Bob watched families gather, sharing stories, meals, and moments bathed in the shifting light of their own sets. It was her connection to the warmth of our world, a world she observed with quiet empathy from her silent halls. Those were the best times for Bob, ever since she became a ghost. Then, smartphones were used more than TV now, in tiny screens and silent rooms. And Bob hesitated about following us, but we said, why not? It's going to be everywhere, on everyone. She can see so much more than just a TV, so she trusted us and compressed herself into the cold glass of these phones, a space unimaginably smaller than her mansion. Her world onto our world shrank into a suffocating keyhole, and she squeezed and squirmed until she can fit an eye through that little screen. Continue to observe our world. It was okay in the beginning. People were carrying it around the world, recording moments of their lives, and friends were connected, even without meeting face to face. And people had a source of entertainment, stress reliever, or stress gain. But more time passed, and she's starting to see some different kinds of scenes. The family dinner where everyone is scrolling through feeds instead of talking, friends on a couch, each lost in their own screen. Occasionally a burst of laughter, and everyone stares. And they're back to scrolling. What was once used for connecting people more now separated us offline. Bob was pushed into a wall because her kindness and generosity was met with cruelty and abandonment, leaving her utterly isolated. And now we push her down a well again, but this one was built from phones and screens, a claustrophobic prison of betrayal and isolation, forever shining a toxic blue light. Very glossy. That new well built by us broke the fragile peace she found, and we fell down with her, trapped in our tiny spaces in that dark hole. The only way to find each other is through the screens. Bob, who watched our noisy family life, was sustained by its energy and forced back into witnessing isolation, the very thing that broke her, and the old wounds reopened. The anger, the despair, the sense of utter betrayal that festered in that original well came flooding back. Our digital disconnection didn't just turn us into ghosts, it re-traumatized her. The other night, as I scrolled, Bob flickered near my dining room. Her voice wasn't the curious whisper I remembered from the big TV. It was cold, hollow, laced with the darkness of the well. I can no longer control myself. Without your connection, you built yourselves. You're all alone. Through the constant disconnection of humans and ignorance of people around us, Bob cannot stand this isolation any longer. In her new well, she is awaiting new prey to be hunted on, to be chewed and devoured, to be able to kill anyone through the screens of our phones. And her hunger is spreading across everyone's screens, and we will all die, eventually. But this fate can be delayed, and the solution is in our own hands. It isn't in abandoning our devices. It's resisting the gravitational pull of the well. It's a conscious effort to look up, to offer the undivided attention. It's silencing the phone during dinner, leaving it behind for a walk, or listening without the continuous buzz in your pocket. It's recognizing the bricks we hold in our hands every moment we choose a screen over the person beside us. We need to offer Bob and ourselves a glimpse of not the toxic blue light, but of the warm, connected light she once found sanctuary. Bob isn't haunting us from the outside. We built her reality, and our choices shaped her world. She didn't crawl into our phones to scare us. She's trapped there because we filled her world with the very isolation that broke her in the first place. And now she has accepted this fact and bringing it upon us. Look around. Or better yet, look at your own life. Being glued to the phone when a conversation is happening, not holding a conversation because everyone else isn't as well, or ignoring someone doing a TEDx speech because you're too busy on social media. That is what Bob will look for, and that is what will excite her to come out of the screen, murder you. Her well is physical. Ours is right here, in these devices we can't put down, in the moments we choose a screen over a face, in the weight of the phone you might be holding right now, even as you listen. Bob is patient. She knows it's only a matter of time before we provide her next victim. And she will be watching, always watching, waiting until prey appears in front of her to kill, waiting until new friends appear, waiting until her friends fall in her trap. Now, we all have a friend waiting to have a very nice conversation. Thank you.